George of the jungle, strong as he can be.
Well, the divorce rate year-to-date for COVID-19 2020 is up 34%. And unfortunately, that creates some issues with people who are dividing households and another spouse needs to go buy another home. So how does an underwriter or the bank look at your divorce decree? Thanks for coming into the creditjungle.com today. This is George Anderson, and I'm actually going to make 3 shorter videos that are going to address some issues that commonly come into play with a divorce. The first one here is going to be the division of debts. Now, I understand that a lot of people implicitly trust everything that they're going to get from an attorney, but again, if you're going to go to your attorney for the divorce, is he going to lend you the money when you need to buy another house? No, he's not. So you need to look at things not just from the legal vacuum, but also from the perspective of how the bank looks at that. So the division of debts is very important, because when an underwriter is sitting there looking at accounts that were joint accounts on a credit report, in other words, the husband and the wife each had a car payment, and each of the vehicles was in each of the other person's names. In other words, they're in both names, but one person's taking one vehicle, one person's taking the other one. Okay? From a mortgage standpoint, without anything specific in the divorce decree, whoever's trying to get a loan is going to have to qualify with both car payments. There's a lot of times where there's this ambiguous language in the divorce that just says that, petitioner is going to go ahead and take his debts, and, respondent's going to take her debts, and they're just going to go off into space with that, and that does not work when an underwriter is looking at your file. So the first thing you want to do is that if you're referencing debts on a credit report, you want to put on there at least a partial account number, what the balance is, and if it's collateralized by an asset, which vehicle it is, or if it's a mortgage, or if it's a recreational vehicle, whatever it be. And then you want to specify that, okay, petitioner assumes all liability and will hold the other party harmless from. The legal language isn't that important, okay? I'll let the attorneys work on that. But you need to reference an account number so that we can look at a credit report and say, aha, here's the debt, here's the asset it matches to, here's the payment on the credit report. And then depending on what the underwriting findings say, when we run it through automated underwriting, the other party who was awarded that debt, in other words, if it's, if there's 2 car payments that are $500, if the person who's trying to buy the house doesn't want to get hit for both payments, the person who was awarded that debt in the divorce is going to have to provide anywhere from 3 to 12 months worth of either canceled checks or bank statements showing that that payment is being automatically drafted from an account that has just their name on it. So again, you want to make sure, even though you get a divorce, a lot of times the bank, if you had a joint account, the bank's not going to automatically take the person's name off of there because there was a divorce. So you got to go in and let the bank know, hey, please take my former spouse's name off of this account, because I need to start making payments and I want to show that that payment is coming from me, and vice versa. So that is a very, very important tip that a lot of times can be the difference between qualifying for a loan and not qualifying for a loan. Because if the underwriter looks at it and it's ambiguous and it's not specific, and we don't have the payment history on it, and we don't know who's being awarded what, those joint accounts are going to fall 100% onto whoever it is that's applying for the loan. So hopefully that helps and can avoid some problems down the road. Thanks for coming into the creditjungle.com. My name is George Anderson. You can push button, get mortgage professional, and I'd love to talk with you about your situation. Have a great day.